Are we live?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we are live. Hi everyone, it's me again. My name's Trey. It's been a while since I've talked to y'all, so welcome back. I'm here with Joe and Tim and our English reporter. He's new. It's Workman. No LT because he sucks. He got fired from the team. But we're here for the first race. What track are we at again?
Dover.
Oh, yeah, Dover. Me and Tim have a good history of Dover. We'll talk about that during the race. We're here for the Almirola finished 5th in the points, 100. It's a doubleheader tonight, so once we're done with this race, you got to deal with us for another one. It's going to be 100 laps at Dover. Joe, tell me about Dover.
Oh, Dover. It's a mile long. It's high banked. Hold that bottom. Pinch people on the bottom if you're not wanting to get past. And yeah, don't get angry. Your anger will take over.
Joe, you know something about taking out the entire field here at Dover. Tell us how not to do that tonight.
That was the only wreck that caused that race, as you know. And there were like 25 others. So.
Tim, do you like Dover?
Huh?
I said, Tim, do you like Dover?
It's alright. You know, it's a track where you have to really judge how the long run car is going to go versus the short run car. So you have to figure out if you want the short run car or the long run car. But you also, if you have a short run car, you have to drive really aggressive to make sure you hold your track position, because track position is very important here.
There it is. Do you like the long run car or short run car?
Personally, I'm a long run car guy, so my car takes a couple laps to get going. So
there it is. Joe, how about yourself?
Long run.
All right, Workman. How about you, Workman? Well, what's your game plan for the Dovers?
Well, first off, like, you have no idea sometimes how to adjust this car, because you can try to make it tight all you want, and then in turn 2 and turn 4, I don't know why, but the car just wants to, like, suddenly jump sideways once in a while for no reason, so I'm trying to balance that as well as trying to make the car turn, so I don't know, it's safer to go with a tighter setup, but it's just kind of more hitting the lines than anything.
Are you going to win?
I've been trying for how many weeks now? We got 2 shots tonight, and I'm wanting to get a win in this before I head away for like 3 months.
That's right.
Workman's
going to China for a little bit to help them work on their rocket ships so they don't kill us. So that's pretty.
We'll go. Well, not quite China. I'm going to their Lake Geneva department. But
it's close enough to China.
Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not in America.
So, what Tim or Joe? One of you answered this. I don't care who answers it. What do you expect to see in this Dover race?
Alpha hitting the glitch.
Well, yeah, he seems to do that quite a bit, doesn't he?
He's done it 3 times with me right behind him.
Because you're not behind him. Yeah,
exactly.
You're not behind him, so he might not do it.
I feel like you're gonna have a couple of big crashes. This track is very one-lined, and it's very tight off corners, so I think you're gonna see people hit the wall off of 2 and 4, come down into traffic, and you're gonna see some crashes there.
I definitely feel like it's gonna be more turn 2 than it will be turn 4. I feel like once in turn 2 you get out of that line, you're dead. You're gonna hit the bridge.
I would agree with you, but Brennan's in the field, so yeah.
Oh, dang, harsh. Hey, Brennan's he can get it done, I think.
Brennan's starting 5th in this race.
There it is.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who got pole?
You'd have to ask Work on that.
Nate, BKR got pole. I got 2nd.
Hey, Workman, you want to run us through everyone that's in the race at the moment? Since we can't see yet?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Row 1, BKR and moi. Row 2.
Who's moi?
I don't know, but he's an I.
Oh, new guy. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
New guy. Yeah, gotcha.
Row 2, Katie and Jocko.
Oh.
Row 3, Dalen, however the hell you pronounce his name.
Alan?
And then, or D. Allen, sure. And then 6, Alpha.
Okay.
Row 4, Tango and Pens. In 9th and 10th is Arrow and Glizzy. gosh, they just have to go all over the place. I'm going up and down this board. AJ and Koala are 11th and 12th, and then back row is Jesse and Dirty Boy, who did not qualify.
There you go.
Oh, well, there it is. Dirty Boy. Did not make the qualifying. Let's say he didn't make it through tech inspection. So we'll have to see how his car does throughout the race.
Now, Trey, you mentioned earlier, this is
hello?
a doubleheader, right?
Yeah.
That means these races are 25% long, which means we're going to have 100 laps at Dover, 100 laps at Charlotte.
Oh,
and,
that sounds painful.
But you know what? Faster races, obviously still the halfway caution. And obviously still the same whole thing where if there's a wreck within the first 5 laps, you don't get a yellow for it.
Yeah, Joe, how about you run us through the rules again? It's for the newcomers and for me because I
And for you,
forget how it works.
yes. All right. So this is a doubleheader. So 25% for each race, 2 times tire wear, black flag, so you don't go speeding on pit road. Manual cautions only, a manual halfway caution, so that'll be at lap 50 for both the races. Choose cone after we do the whole pit stop stuff. And then obviously in terms of manual cautions, the first 5 laps, I assume this is technically a short track. It's not really an intermediate, so I'd assume it'd be first 5 laps there would be no yellows. You race back to the line, and then you have the whole thing of, you know, staying pace speed, maybe lucky dog, free pass, stuff like that. And Trey,
Hello?
this is the first race of the Tough Track Challenge.
Oh, yeah? What's that, Joe?
A 4-race series, Dover, Gateway, Mid-Ohio, and Darlington, leading up to the postseason, and whoever earns the most points in those 4 races gets 10 bonus points to start the chase, Trey.
10 whole bonus points? That's a lot.
That is a lot. That can make or break a championship.
Can it, though?
Yes.
Oh. Well, we'll see how people do then.
Yeah.
I didn't know how I wanted to word that for a second, so let's not talk about it.
Oh, FYI, we got Brennan and Jim who joined last second.
Oh, Big Jim.
Big Jim.
And
old
I
Big
want
Jim.
to point out before this race starts, your point leader tonight, LT, I believe, is not starting tonight's races, so that's going to
Yeah.
hurt him in points.
Could he lose the points lead?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Boy's in the race. Workman is in the race. KD. Arrow.
There it is. We're going to have a new points leader.
Alpha, Tango.
Alpha
yeah,
Tango.
Let's see if we can get an interview from LT to see why he's not racing. Hold on one sec, ladies and gentlemen.
You're gonna
Hold
bother
on,
the
I
man.
have his Snapchat. We'll be right
Y'all
back.
can join.
Oh, we can
Never
join.
mind.
I got it. I'm working. Join now. Join now.
You cannot hear our in-race reporter tell us to join.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just said join.
I'm sorry. I can only focus on one thing at a time, and I was talking for.
We all know
Barely.
that.
Yeah, I can barely focus on one thing at a time.
We all know that.
Oh,
What's that
Joe.
supposed to mean?
See, it took him a while to realize.
I was looking
Yeah.
at LT typing. I'm sorry. Oh, that's very nice. LT goes spending time with the mama. It's her day today.
Oh, what
We respect
a
that.
nice young lad.
Sorry that you'll lose
And, we're about
points lead.
Oh. Alpha just lagged out.
Oh,
Oh?
no. He hit the glitch.
And I disconnected. That is me done for the night, boys. Holy hell.
Well,
Alright, well,
we're sitting here doing pace laps right now. So.
is that
Yes.
what's going on?
Yeah, I was a little confused about that, but yeah, they're just
Oh,
Well,
we're going.
boys, I only have one invite, so
As you can hear, Brennan, no cautions for the first 5 laps. They Trey, they took the green in turn 1.
Yeah. Something new about Dover this year is that they moved the start-finish line down just before turn 1.
It's like
So-
Phoenix now.
Yeah, you might be wondering why the start-finish line looks like it's on the middle of the front stretch. Yeah, it's a fake. It's trying to trick people. So,
This has been the most interesting start to league race ever. We were down a commentator because he went blind right before the race. That was not something we were thinking was going to happen. Brennan is lagged out. Tango is just lagged Big Jim into the outside wall. And they didn't take the green for half a straightaway. This was this is quite possibly the worst start
This
to
is Dover.
to a race. Yeah, this is Dover in a nutshell.
I'll be back in 30 minutes, I guess.
All right, bye, Tim. All right.
Tim gets a race off. Meanwhile, we're still full bore. You got BKR leading, Workman in second. Third
So
place
it's now
then is
officially me,
Jocko.
Joe, and Workman now.
One of our
What a
commentators
start!
are
What a
blind.
start!
KD in third or in fourth. And fifth place, I think that's the 20. Yeah, it's Alpha. Right there in the 26th.
11 might be
looking
pulling
for.
out to a small lead here.
He was probably prepared for the start.
It definitely wasn't the cleanest of starts. We can say that. But, hey, it works. So,
BKR doing a nice job right now. You got kind of a train second, third, and fourth with the 20, the 42, and the 18. I don't think anyone's really holding anyone up. It's just kind of, you get a little bit of draft here sometimes, Trey, as you would know. And that draft can sometimes help you, and even help you turn at points. I've had times where my car will break loose if I'm not behind someone.
yeah, it's the tricky part, but then there's also times where, like you said, it helps you. So it's definitely a love-hate relationship with the draft here at Dover. Sometimes, you know, if you get the draft on the front stretch, you go faster into the corner than you want, and then you're stuck going really wide, and you hit the wall and exit. So it's definitely a love-hate relationship with that.
I've had my fair
Who's
share.
on?
Yeah, that was Alpha. Oh, no,
Oh.
he's in the inside wall. That's not the glitch, by the way. But
Is
he
he?
is parking
Oh.
it. I hope he's okay. I mean, that was a hard hit into the inside.
Yeah, he's just kind of...
He stopped. Maybe
Hello?
is he having issues here? He's still stopped on the front stretch.
Oh, there he goes.
Going again. Maybe his wheel came
Maybe,
off.
yeah, maybe he had a penalty and he had to wait.
He had a Yeah,
the
that
three's in the
was-
wall going onto the front stretch there.
That was. This is the most bizarre race I think I've ever seen.
Hey, it's Dover, baby.
And it's what, lap 7 or 8 or so?
It's the Monster Mile. Look at our Workman in second place. I guess you could say that's 3 JGR cars, 1, 2, 3 at the moment. The 11,
Yeah,
20,
technically.
the 18, technically. What type of car you running there, Workman? Is that a throwback, or is that just a random?
That's my Judson scheme of winning across 2 years.
Oh, there it is.
Time
There it
to
is.
Get the win here, and I said we aren't changing the scheme until we get a win.
That's right, you did say that. Well,
Yeah.
good luck, and you're in position so far to possibly get there.
Trey, we didn't do picks. Trey, who's your pick to
Ah,
win?
crap. Well, definitely not Brennan or Alpha. Let's go. Let's go. V11. I
Wow.
don't know.
All right, I'll go Workman.
All right. We like to pick people up front.
I'm just gonna
Only
keep
reason I
picking the
didn't pick
in-race
Workman
reporter.
because I didn't want to jinx him. I would have felt bad. So,
Yeah, but
joking.
remember the last time we all picked the in-race reporter and they won? You went silent. I don't think you remember.
I'm sorry. I was talking to Tim, who is now on the pit box for some of the drivers.
Oh, Alpha's problem was with the game.
Oh, and caused his car to turn hard right, either lost a lap or almost lost.
Yeah, he's on the
Oh,
tail
that's-
end of the lead. There you can see him right in front of our
that's
leaders.
Very interesting to hear that a game issue caused Alpha to do that. So
Yeah.
I thought maybe he did that weird pit road thing where it says you're on pit road but you're not, and you're stuck against the wall.
Yeah. That's
So-
another thing, Trey. You just brought up pit road. You have to pit under green here.
Oh, tricky.
This is tricky pit road to get into. I've seen people spin. I've seen people speed. I've seen people miss it completely, both in real life and in this. So
Oh.
you can see Workman there. He ran a little bit of a higher lane, Trey, trying to maybe get out of that dirty air and get a better arc off, get a straighter run off.
I wouldn't. I mean, at this track, you can get the middle lane to work. I don't really think you can get the high lane to work as well.
Yeah.
But I think the preferred line is definitely the bottom. But like I said, I mean, you can definitely get that middle lane to work.
Yeah, sometimes people just like to kind of arc it up and then kind of diamond it off almost. You know, kind of
Yeah,
run
yeah.
higher and then.
That was like
oh,
a
they're going to loose
Bristol
off the
or
corner here.
Martinsville.
There you can see Workman. He's entering higher. Just that second groove, as you mentioned. Can't go much
Man,
higher
it's like
than
he's
that.
listening to us.
I think we're just watching him. I think
That's
that's
true.
what's happening.
Ow.
Oh,
There's a
11.
cut on my leg.
Oh,
I don't know how that happened. All right.
11 kind of took the line away there. Alpha, meanwhile, is trying to gap these guys, trying to stay on the lead lap until we get either a yellow or that midway yellow.
KD, I don't know if he's trying to catch up to the leaders or if he's just kind of chilling there in third, I mean. Honestly, you're going to have a caution to halfway, so I don't think I'd be pushing it too hard.
Yeah.
Just kind of do my own thing, take my take my time with it, and make sure I'm just up front for the win. So,
yeah, especially if you're KD, you're not really battling for anything at this stage in the race. You're kind of just by yourself, no one near you. Kind of just log some laps here, take it easy, wait for that second half.
exactly, just do your own little thing there.
Especially since the midway yellow doesn't score any points, so.
Exactly. I mean, this is also a good time to fill out your car, see how it is on the long run by yourself.
He's getting loose.
Well,
I
looks
think
like
he's
his
feeling
long
it
run
out
car is
pretty
not
well.
the best.
Oh, Workman's looking low on BKR. Side by side with them, door to door, down the backstretch. And I think the 20's going to have him here.
This is where the 20 is going to kind of send it off into the corner on the bottom, which is going to force the 11 to go up top, and he gets the pass done, so nicely done by him. That is the one thing, is that if you are side by side and you're on that bottom, you can definitely send it off a little bit harder than the guy up on top, and that gives you a little bit more of the advantage.
Yeah, but when it comes down later in that race, if they were side by side, that B car would not have gone as high. He would have kept it down his door,
he would have been right
pinched
on top
him to that
of him,
apron. But for
Now
now,
let's
it's
see if
fine
the,
just let him through.
See if the 20 is going to be able to pull away a little bit, or if the 11 is going to be able to stay on him.
We'll have to see. He was obviously pressuring BKR before then, and I don't know if BKR messed up or if the 20 just felt that was the need to pounce right there. But it looks like he's pulled a little bit of a gap on the 11, so you can see right there BKR is getting looser off the corners than Workman is. I think BKR might be in a looser setup. Might just be a one to the right, but one to the right could make you looser 5-10 laps earlier.
What do you normally run here, Joe? Preset?
The last time I ran, I may have ran a 3.
A 3? So you like a little bit on the tighter side.
I'm a 3 or a 4 here normally, just because of it's off turn 2 and off turn 4 here. You can lose it. And I think
I like to
anything
run
more
the
than
9.
a 4. Yeah.
It's no, I'm kidding. No, I'm usually right with you. I'm usually like a 4. I do like the car a little bit looser. I mean, you do get more speed out of it, but it's a little hard to control. But I mean, at the end, if you can, tighten it a little up on pit road, I mean, you kind of set there. So.
Right. Last time here, I ran a 4. So.
Oh, there it is.
No, I ran a 3. Sorry.
Oh, you lied to me. Cool.
I ran a 4. It looks like maybe for qualifying.
What did you run, Joe?
I think I ran a 4 for qualifying, which got me a pole, and then.
Look at Jocko's car here, pink car. Very it's a
KD
different
down
color.
a little bit.
I like it. What's you said?
He's running KD down a little bit.
He is. I did notice that he's getting close. He's running the middle line. He's kind of. I guess you could say he's kind of diamonding the corner as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you diamond the corner, you definitely don't have to use the brakes. Or I mean, if you do, you have to use them very little, which helps. But at the same time, I kind of feel like you're using up your tires a little bit more doing that as well. So.
Looking back a little further.
It's kind of a win-lose.
Allen and Arrow are back here. I believe that was Dirty Boy a little bit further back, trying to get in line. He's with the 24 and the 3, currently in a 3-way battle. Dirty Boy obviously started out back. Trying to. Oh, he's losing! Puts the 24 in the wall!
Oh, the 24's around.
Alright, well, the 10 is slow. Was that 2 cars, is the question here.
I think only the 24 went around, so it's only.
We're a quarter of the way through the race, by the way.
Oh! 10 and the 8 made more contact as they went onto the front stretch here. Oh, the 10 might be chasing the 8 up the track a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're.
Oh!
That was.
Oh my goodness! Oh!
Oh my! He's lagging. I see.
Died on my screen.
I see he's lagging.
On my screen, the 8 just took off like a rocket ship and started flipping.
Did it come back down to earth?
Yeah, he's still with the 10. I saw barrel rolls and I go, oh, we got a car in the air. Well, that was a unique sequence of events. Back to the lead, though. It looks like Workman is pulling away a little bit. Not by much, but
I'm trying to remember.
Definitely catching
with
to the
2
back
times
Alpha.
wear here, you get about 38 or so laps of fuel, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say around there.
So they'll have to pit in both segments here, in both the first half and the second half. The question is, what do you do when you... Obviously, it's 50 laps. That's when you get the yellow. So if you can go, say, 38, 40 laps, and you then have 12 to go to midway, do you dare take 2 tires here? Trey, you and I have experience taking 2 tires here.
Can we not talk about that?
Yeah, let's not talk about that, because that was not,
Best idea?
no, wasn't a good idea. Especially when you just hit the gas, and it just spins.
Well, that just makes it fun. It adds a little bit of spice
Yeah.
to your thing there. So, I mean, you could definitely get it to work, but the thing is, you have to time it right. And like for us, I think it worked a little bit. I mean, it got us track position. I think at the beginning of it, we were able to pull away a very small amount. Oh, well, then I was able to. You might not be the best driver then, but
I was not the best driver leaving pit road that day, Trey. I spun it 3 times.
I think
all
give or
on the
take.
same one.
You just love this track, don't you?
Yeah. This track owes me a lot, but
Yeah, I don't think you talked much that race. Or 31 laps into this race, so.
or I talked a lot.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I said or I talked a lot, but yeah, as you mentioned, 31 laps in, they're gonna have to make a pit stop within the next 10 or so laps. Workman's getting loose here, and so is VKR.
Let me get some insight from our guy down there on pit road. Yeah. Our Regan Smith, if you will.
Yeah,
Was that Workman signaling the pit? Or was he just loose?
No, he's pitting. The 11
here
coming
comes
with
the 11
him.
as well. Oh, look at the ground the 11 made up.
Yeah. The 18's going to stay on lead here.
The 42 came in as well, I believe. Never mind, he did not come in. The 42 has company. Oh, they're 3 wide on the front stretch.
Oh, yeah, they are. Jocko in that. You have Big Jim and Arrow. 3 wide to turns 1 and 2. They're going to sort back to then only a double file battle.
So
here.
Tim says it's about 30-ish laps you can make it on fuel.
Okay. 42 will pit.
88's on pit road as well, so is Alpha, but Alpha's a lap down, I do believe. I think he just got passed.
Alpha had just gotten put a lap down, so he's trying to just hold on to the lucky dog position.
So you can make, so there's 50 in the first stage, assuming we have, or quote unquote stage, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
assuming we have no caution. Tango. You don't think he's going to be able to save, right? There's no way he can save 20 laps.
No, well, Tim's come back with 35 or so. So that'd be 15 laps to save, but that's... Here
That's
at Dover,
still a stretch, though.
Yeah, obviously for Tango, he could possibly do it, but I don't know. Here at Dover, you lose a lot of time saving fuel because you're on the throttle so much.
Yeah, but I mean, he could clutch through the corners, I suppose, and coast through majority of it. I don't know. I mean, I definitely feel like he's going to try. But the real question is it going to be worth it? Oh, he's running high.
Down to Tango right now. He's right behind Dirty Boy, as you see.
So I'm assuming Tango's in the lead? You would have to assume, right?
Maybe he's still out there trying to...
It'd be great if we had, live board 704.
The airboard, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Or a stream.
Yeah, or a stream, that'd work too. But I think our guy who does the stream didn't make it to his own.
Yeah, I think, well, no, also Big Jim,
Oh, Bingo might be lagging a little bit?
Big Jim joined too late. Brennan had a stream, and then it lagged him out of the lobby, so.
I don't know if it's just my stream or not, or screen or not, but it looks like Tango might be jumpy.
He's a little skitsy.
But I mean, with this, you can see the difference between old tires and new tires. I mean, these guys are just...
Oh, the 48 knocked the wall
Tango.
down in the background.
That was a very hard hit. I just saw that too. That's the one time you can't hit this wall on exit, is when there's no car below you. So
Jesse is slow.
you'll be fine.
Up the racetrack, right behind the race leaders.
You got Pens right there in the 8, right behind. I believe that was the... Who was that? That's Glissy.
So I think that's...
55?
Is that
Yeah.
Koala? Yeah, Koala right in front of the leaders as well. And that 24
Workman, who
car.
is the leader at the moment?
I think that'd be himself.
Is
I
it
think
himself?
I think I heard him say everyone has cycled through.
Oh, okay.
We'll move by that 24, who gave him the lane down low.
Nicely done by the 24 there, getting out of the way, giving the leader the lane he wanted to have.
I think that's AJ got that. Oh god, got that far up the road.
You want to try that one again? Sounded like that one hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that one was not good. Yeah, Arrow got close to the wall again. I thought I was going to take it down off 4 this time. I assume with how long those guys pitted, we're going to be nearing that midway yellow.
Yeah, you'd have to think it's yours at some point. With the next.
If you're tailing into lead lap, you want to stay lead lap. If you're lucky dog position, you want to stay there. Just right now, I think that's Koala. In the 24.
It is Koala on the 24, you're right. He's the one that went off the front of Dirty Boy. So.
But Trey, you know what? While we have some time, I don't know what we can call this segment, but it's presented by Double G Construction and Roofing. Trey, just tell us about how this race has appeared to you so far. Your Bardo bits.
I forgot that was a thing. Essentially, I mean, it's really, if you want to win, you're going to have a long run car. Now, I could be totally wrong. Once we get to the halfway caution, these guys could turn it up 7 notches and go balls to the wall. But assuming they don't, and it's the same thing as the first stage, you definitely want to have that long run speed just to see if you can run down the leader at the moment, or even if you're the 11, just have something for him near the end there. So we'll have to see what these guys are going to be able to do during these pit stops here, or during the halfway break, to see what they, tighten their car, loosen their car, put tape on it, don't put tape on it, remove tape off of it. Give us the insight, don't give us the insight. Whatever they got to do to make their car go the fastest it can.
Right now, as you mentioned, I think the only 2 that I've seen that could go up here and win this race so far are the 20 and the 11. So we'll have to see if anyone can try and make their car better for the second half, like the 18 to 42 they've been running
Tim
pretty
says,
strong.
I did a 10-mile bike ride earlier today. I'm just completely smoked. Y'all got commentary for Charlotte. 10, 4. Alrighty, Joe.
Alright. And the stage has been set. You'll be stuck with us 3 for the rest of the segment. Another guy I'm going to watch out for in the second half is Big Jim.
Oh yeah, definitely Big Jim. He's worked his way up. He's
Front
always seems to find his way near the front of the race sooner or later. So he was one of the drivers who did not get a qualifying time in. He did show up late. He didn't pass inspection. So I'll be interested to see once all these guys get bunched back up what he can do.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. There it is, 2 laps.
That was like service at its finest. That was like perfect.
He was ready for it.
You can see
but
Workman's
that
coming
was
up to
your
lap 2 cars.
let's say it was your Bardos and Joe bits presented by Double G Construction and Roofing. So there it is.
You can see Workman in some lap traffic. I think that's the 54 ahead. Obviously, I don't think they'll cause any issues for him, and just wondering if he's going to try and lap them or if he's going to stay behind them, keep them on the lead lap.
Well, I think if he wants to be a nice guy, he can stay behind. I think he has definitely enough space. Yeah. Well, that's halfway up.
Oops, that'll be Workman.
That should be it. Yep.
Technically winning a stage, even though it's not a stage.
Technically.
But you know what? That is, as we've been mentioning all this season, it's not for points, but it is for pride.
Hey, pride's always a good thing.
You can say,
See if we can talk with our quote-unquote Stage 1 winner. Workman, it's Joe and Trey up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
How's the car feeling? How's it working out there for you?
Me and 11 were about the same about the first 5 to 10 laps or so, but then I mean, this thing's still a handful, but definitely has the best long run car, I feel like, I'm previewing here so far.
So with you, well, depending on how pit stops go, if you come out first again, well, what's your strategy here for this restart? Everyone's bunched back up. How are you going to protect the lead?
Just kind of focus on hitting the line more than anything, and just kind of pretty straightforward on the restarts and whatnot. I mean, yeah, we've been racing at 11 this whole race, but I see that 3 has been creeping up a little bit, so it's to see what he can do. But if we can get out front, get some clean air, start hitting our lines, we're pretty good.
Well, there it is. Would you like to say anything for the folks at home watching the broadcast?
It's going to be one heck of a race here. Definitely, our cars are all over the place, so it's definitely a driver's racetrack.
There it is. Alrighty.
Trey,
You know what I forgot? You know what I just realized we didn't mention at the beginning of this?
What?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out
Oh,
there.
yeah. I forgot about that.
That's
why there's so many pink cars in the field.
About that.
That's why there's so many pink cars, Trey.
Oh, that! I don't know why we didn't notice that beforehand, but...
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to any mothers that are watching.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That'd be different, but alright, good enough.
That'd be weird. But Trey, I was gonna say, I feel bad for Workman. He has to not only listen to us, but he's listening to Brennan and Alpha and Tango and Tim.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Like,
but
just
hey,
listening to us two is bad enough.
It doesn't seem to be phasing him too badly right now.
Yeah. Seems like it might be helping him. Maybe he's going faster so they can get away from it as quick as possible.
I wouldn't blame him with that one.
My goal is to end this race as quickly as possible.
He's trying to end the pain and suffering.
He's gonna gouge his ears out by the time both these races are over. I can already tell. Joe, I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, 1, 2. 20 wins the race off pit road in front of the 11. I think the 88 may have gained on the 18. So Alan may have came out ahead of KD there. That's a jump up to 3rd for the 88. Big Jim in right now in 5th. So that's going to be 2 to watch out for here. The 88 in 3rd. Big Jim in 5th. But now it's all going to come down to obviously... Oh, welcome back. You missed it. The 88 jumped the 18 on pit road. Alan now up to 3rd in the 88.
Oh, baby.
And Big Jim up to 5th
right?
in the
Choose
3.
cones,
Yeah,
I think,
choose
in this
cone.
league.
Choose coon. Choose coon.
Choose coon.
Choose cone at the start-finish line. So, top or bottom, where you want to go. Trey, what would you pick?
Hold on 1 sec.
Okay. I think he has to think about his decision, depending on
Sorry
where he
about
is.
that. I was talking with the man upstairs, and I have clothes that I gotta go put away after this race. But I think
Workman said bottom.
I was gonna say I think I'd want to go to the bottom because if you don't do what I do every time I start on the bottom in the lead, hit the apron, you can definitely pull away, or at least clear yourself going in the backstretch. So I think the bottom's definitely the way you want to go.
That was a good gain for Arrow on the outside. Jumped up to 6th. I think he was about 7th or 8th, so he gained a spot or 2 off that. And I would agree. Honestly, I like to start in the lane where the leader is because on a manual, the leader has so much control. You can go anywhere in the restart zone. So if he can jump on the gas, if you're right behind him, you can gain spots from the whole outside. So if BKR is not paying attention, KD and Arrow could lose on this restart.
And if the outside doesn't get going, you have one person to blame for that. I think that's the person leading the outside. So we'll have to see what happens here. I'll be interested to see if anyone can get a really good restart on that bottom and try to force it 3 wide going into 1. Wouldn't it not be the smartest move? But I mean, it could work out in the end.
You see 18 into the back of the 11. He anticipated it wrong, and that may have hurt the 11. And the 20 said, adios, I'll get away. KD immediately jumped inside, and that caused a little bit of a stack up on the inside.
That's what you were saying, Joe. Trying to anticipate it. We're a couple cars into the outside wall there, but I think we're okay. Yeah. You get nervous. I
think that's Jock on the outside falling back there. Oh, loose hard for the 55. Glizzy got into the wall hard. Remember, this is 5 laps after a restart. First 5 laps after a restart. If they wreck, they don't get a yellow.
Yeah.
So
you might want to play careful for a little bit.
Be careful for second.
Someone I'm surprised did not get the very good restart was at 3 there. We were talking about him. I think even Workman mentioned him saying that he saw him moving up through the field, but looks like he did not get a good. I mean, wow, he's was that 4 car lengths or so away from 5th place there, so definitely not what he wanted to look for. But he might have that long run car speed, so we'll have to see what he can do.
I think the main issue for Big Jim was the 18 car up a few spots. When he got to the back of the 11, that filled a hole to the bottom that he filled, and then that ended up checking up the inside, and Big Jim, I think, was the car right behind him. That was the first to have to check up, so I think that cost him that spot to the 48. So we'll see if he can try and gain it back here. He's been fast. He moved up through the field pretty well. Him and Dirty Boy have, and Big Jim's still in a charge, moving up forward, trying to get by this 48 now of Arrow to move back up inside the top 5.
Don't you love restarts, Joe?
I do.
They're a fantastic thing in this league. They make it entertaining to watch. But, you know, it depends. Sometimes they're entertaining. Sometimes they're annoying if you're racing in it. So it really depends on what side you want to be on.
Especially if you're in it and you're leading, you're like, why?
Why? Do we really want to restart right now?
Is that really supposed to be yellow?
Look at Big Jim now. He's up in the 5th game spot. It looks like his car might be coming alive now, but this 20, doesn't really look like he's gaining on the 11, but definitely doesn't look like he's losing to the 11 either. So when he said they were pretty even, he wasn't lying.
Yeah, I think that this kind of shows what we saw back at the beginning of the first half, where the 11 and the 20 kind of stayed with each other, and then a little bit later in the run, the 20 started to pull away. So we'll see if the 11 adjusted for the long run here, or if it's going to be the same story.
How do you adjust for the long run? That's the real question, Joe.
You just try to make your car. Oh, Big Jim got the apron in the middle of the corner, and that apron is basically death sentence. You hit that, you lose any ground you could have made up at the bottom. But to make it better for the long run, you just try and make it so that it doesn't get as loose off the corners, and just try and make it rotate still through the corner and not rotate too much, though.
This track is definitely a momentum track. I mean,
yeah.
If you lose it, you're going to take a couple laps to try to regain it. But if you're on it, I mean, you're moving up. Like, look at the 11. He's already almost to the back bumper, that is, of Workman here. So we'll have to see what he's going to be able to do once he does catch up to the back of it. If he does, already peeking to the inside there, but didn't really get the one run he was looking for.
It's kind of an aggravating racetrack to try and pass, especially when it's up at the front. If that guy holds the bottom well, where do you go? How can you make that pass? You try and diamond it off, try and get a run, but he can just protect that bottom. So it kind of just comes down to that driver in front of you making a mistake and maybe leaving the bottom open a little bit, and you trying to force it. But now's the time where if you're the 11, you definitely start to make some moves. We're in the second half of this race. You obviously, I'd want to be leading entering the final pit stop, honestly.
I think I would want to be too, just so you have that. Especially, I mean, if you're the 11 or the 20, your car's good on the short run, and you're especially good on the long run. I mean, you're kind of set there. I mean, they're pulling away from the 18 and the rest of the pack there. So
there he goes. He's looking.
See if he sends it into turns 3 and 4 here to try to leave himself clear coming out of it. The 20's going to hold a great line on the top, though.
That was very nice for Workman there, and they're still door-to-door in turn 1. Big Jim got to 4th by the 88, but right at the front, we'll see if Workman will get back in line here and maybe follow the 11 for a few laps, maybe see where he's beating him and see if he can try and adjust to do what the 11's doing. He has a nice run here. He's going to go back underneath.
A little bit. I don't know if you call it a very extended crossover is what we'll call it.
Now,
there.
if these two stay side by side for a few laps longer, as the 11 almost got the wall, the 20 almost got into him, but if they stay side by side for a few laps longer, Big Jim is coming. He's going for 3rd there.
Well, I did say that Big Jim might have that long run speed. It might be looking to be true here, Joe. That 3 is on a mission right now to get up to these front 2, and if these 2 keep battling, he's going to get up there in no time. 20
will clear the 11, who falls back in line in 2nd. The 20 a little bit wide off the corner, but able to maintain that momentum, keep it out in front for now. So Workman still leading after a very good battle there for about 4 or 5 laps between him and the 11, as they were side by side for basically that whole time.
I know what it's like racing next to someone side by side for many laps in a row, and it's kind of aggravating, but it's all right because I ended up winning.
You won that.
LT.
You won the battle, but you didn't win the war. I think it's what LT would say to you.
2 out of 3. That's all I care about.
Look at Big Jim. He pulled away as Dirty Boy's now up to 4th. That's a good recovery for him as well. Both he and Big Jim started out back.
I don't think Big Jim's in the draft yet though with the 11, so I don't think he's really going to get any toe off of it.
No,
he just kind of get up there with his raw speed.
He's closing in though, just a little bit. I mean, it may just be a little bit lap after lap, but he's definitely, if he's not closing in, he's maintaining, which is very, very good for him.
You see who's behind Big Jim too?
Dirty Boy.
I mean, he was he also started. I don't think he got a qualifying run in either. So 2 drivers who didn't make qualifying are 3rd, 4th right now, and looks like they have quite a bit of speed to come up and race for this win as well. So we'll have to see what these guys can do, because I don't think pit stops are soon, but they're not too far away either.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you're gonna have to pit at some point. Do you try and maybe split it in half, or do you go a little bit longer than halfway? Obviously, it's a shorter track, so if you pit and then a yellow comes out, you lose a lap or two, depending on where you are. So that's a whole game. But look at Big Jim; he is closing in just a little by little every lap, and if these front 2 start to battle, and if the 20 messes up and the 11 can get to the inside, Big Jim and the 3 will be there. See, B. Carr kind of driving into the corner a little bit deeper and trying to get to the back bumper of that 20 possibly.
I'm watching Big Jim, or Dirty Boy, I mean. The way he exits his corner, I mean, he doesn't really take it all the way up to the wall. He kind of enters off, or, I mean, he kind of exits the corner about a car length below the exit of what most people do. So I don't know if that's really helping him, or if he's just doing it so his car doesn't get, uncontrollably loose off of it. But, I mean, he's up in the 4, so maybe working a little bit there. It's just different line, and I've noticed that. So we'll have to see if it works out in the long
Look at
run.
the 3. He's there. He's closed in now to within, I would say, maybe half a second or so. If the leads, the 11 gets the wall off 4 right there. That was a big costly error.
Suck him up right there.
And now Big Jim has the 11's draft. The 11 probably still has a little bit of the 20's draft. But once again, B. Carr kind of hit the apron there.
The 11 again.
And now Big Jim's going to fly around him. He's up to 2nd now. Now can he be the one to run the Workman down?
Didn't take him very long to get up to 2nd place here after that restart. Especially, I mean, like we said, he fell back too on that restart, so he didn't really get the start he was looking for there. But the long run speed is what's really helping him out.
Right now, he's the only driver inside the top 3 that has won a race this season. LT obviously has won 2 of the 4, but is not racing. Dirty Boy back and forth, 1 at Richmond. Big Jim 1 here at Michigan. The 20 and 11 both have not won yet this season.
Workman said that he wants to try to get a win in this scheme right here. The Allgaier scheme? I think it was the Allgaier scheme.
Again, word that pit stops are happening at any moment now, so maybe expect some people to try and undercut.
Glad I get pinged for doing that, and it's alright. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, is that a little loose there from the 20 of Workman coming off that corner?
So far, I'm seeing the 20 and 11 getting loose off the corners, and the 3 is just able to hold it straight, which is definitely helping his straightaway speed a little bit.
Oh, well, I mean, it looked like the 3 got a little loose there coming off the 2, so.
That 11, though, if I'm BKR, I maybe pit. BKR is off so much ground, I would maybe pit here.
If you're Dirty Boy, do you try to short pit, try to catch these leaders as well?
It's a possibility. That's something I would maybe think about, but definitely BKR's position. You're fast enough to run with the 20 on the shorter run, and if you kind of split it in half, that's not terrible. So if I'm BKR, I'm definitely I'd try and undercut them. All right, KD was in what?
I believe 5th? He came in from 5th or 6th, I believe.
Yeah, still the front 3 staying out though.
I think he's the only one that's coming in.
Big Jim is there on the back of Workman.
Yeah, Katie's the only one that's pit.
Right,
so D's definitely trying to shortcut it, or shortcut it. That's short socket,
undercut?
Whatever it's called.
Short
yeah,
pit.
Same thing. Yeah, there it is. It's the same thing. Jesse's coming off of the apron, got really loose on the front stretch there, lost
Dirty Boy pitting.
24. Here comes Dirty Boy as
4th.
well, like you just said. I guess you could call that an undercut as well.
Yeah. It's an undercut attempt. We'll see how it works out. We'll see if these front 3 know what they do.
All over the back bumper, though.
How do these front 3 respond to this? The
I don't know, how would you respond, though, is the real question.
If I'm BKR, I pit now. All right, well, he knows something I don't.
Yeah, apparently does.
I'm sure he does.
This is why we're commentators, or we're not crew chiefs, Joe. So.
I don't know. I'd be bringing the 11 in sooner rather than later. He's kind of struggling right now, and that would be why.
I don't know about you, but he just nailed the wall on my screen.
That's why I'd bring him in, and yep, he's had enough.
Get it slowed down, he is in.
But still, those guys that were back behind him have not pitted yet. So,
Yeah, so far it's not like there's big packs of cars pitting. It's only been single cars pitting so far. So
20
here comes
car
the
pitting.
54, or the 54. Yeah, the 54 of AJ.
All right, so I think Workman is going to come in a lap sooner than Big Jim. So Big Jim will stay out. Workman trying not to miss pit road. Did a good job at getting it in. So now we'll see if Big Jim, does he pit this time now that the 20's pit, or is he trying to stretch it out a little bit longer?
I would think you'd come in.
I would think so,
I mean,
too.
you know you have the speed for the 20. Would you really want to risk it staying out longer than the 20 to see what you can do, or you just come in and play it safe?
I would pit now, but...
Oh, he's staying out another lap. So, you know, these drivers, they have different mindsets than we do. We think the logical stuff, they think the ballsy stuff. So, I mean, they're the ones getting paid to drive these cars. So
Big Jim trying to do an overcut possibly where he gets tires later in the run.
I mean, he might not burn through them as much because his car seems to be pretty solid.
He's still staying out there.
I haven't seen anything from him getting loose. I mean, I don't see any hint that he's even getting loose off these corners. So his tires might still be in decent shape. So he's gonna kick it out as far as he can.
The thing I fear most for Big Jim is, you know, with the 20 and the 11 and the 10 all on fresh tires, if the 11 leapfrogs him, then he has to get by the 11 and then try and get by the 20 as well. So he's still staying out there.
Stuff trying to do that, yeah. Unless he's hoping for maybe
and
a caution
Dirty
or
Boy
something.
jumped BKR, but they're still a good ways behind Workman. And now BKR moves to the inside of the 10. So that would be for what we assume to be second. Depends on where the 3 comes out.
I was going to say, you'd have to think the 3 has to pit within this lap or the next one. Next 2 laps, I'd say. Not this one.
And there's a... Oh, he got the wall.
Oh, he hit the wall. All right,
2
that
cars
might be
behind
it.
the 3 is the 20, who is a lap or 2 down.
So, maybe hitting the wall there might be it for him?
Yeah, maybe like the 11. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I think that was it.
The
He said,
universal
"That's
sign
enough
for
me."
I'm going to pit is I'm going to hit the wall the lap prior.
20 zooms
Nice
by
pit
him.
road. Nice
So does
pit
the
road
11
entry
as
for
well,
Big
and
Jim.
there goes Dirty Boy, the 18 of KD as well.
So now where does Big Jim cycle out in relation to the 20 and the 11 and the 10? There's
I think he's gonna lose
KD.
time.
I think the
If I'm gonna
48's
be
a
honest
lap
with you,
down.
Joe, I think he might lose a little bit of time here.
I think so. They're about to come around and put themselves back on the lead lap right here. That'll be the 20 and the 11. Because there's a train of 3 cars on pit road all at once. So there's Workman. He unlaps himself with that. Big Jim now
It
into
might
his
be
pit
really
stall.
close.
Now,
I don't know.
the good thing for Big Jim is there's a gap between the 11 and the 20, so if he can come out in the middle of that gap, he'll have fresher tires than the 20 and try and hunt him down. If he has to come out behind the 11 and the 48 and all of them, as he's leaving, he may have just taken 2.
That might have been. I think that was only about 10 seconds, so he might have just taken 2 tires. That's. We talked about it earlier, Joe.
He's not that far ahead of the 20 is my concern, but I mean Alpha's with him. I don't know if Alpha's on the lead lap, but Alpha's right there with him. Oh no, Alpha's definitely on 4 tires and is about to run the 3 over.
The 3 had to have taken 2 tires. If not, that was like our new record for 4 tires and fuel.
He can't be on 4 though. Look how slow he is right now. Look.
I don't know.
I mean, he ran it out as long as he could. Maybe he was trying to hope that the 2 tires worked to his advantage, but I think Workman pitted so soon that
There goes
it's just not going to pay off. I mean, right there, the 20 flies around, so that's definitely 4 tires versus 2 tires right there, unless the 3's just really, really bad on the short run. But that's
well, we did
worse
see
than
that on the
worse.
start, though, is that he was pretty far back, and as the run went on, he gained quite a bit of ground, so maybe that's what he's looking for, but you got to think of what those left side tires are like right now.
Yeah, this is just... this is standards. Think about him. He has BKR coming up to his back bumper, so once we get a yellow,
he's like
Workman
Joe Pace
definitely
right now, so.
as fast as I would be going on 4 tires. So he's moving out of the way.
This is the
He's
11,
gonna-
that's good. Must be waiting for that long run to kick in.
see the 48 I think is a lap down behind him. The 10's falling off, so for Big Jim, I don't know if that was a gamble that was worth taking.
Well, I'd love to ask him what he is, but he's in the middle of the race right now, so we really can't do that.
It's still Workman leading in the 20. we're definitely down to the final 10 or so laps, maybe even down near 5 to go. And once we hit 5 to go, no more yellow flags in this race.
I'll see if I can get any wording on where we're at right now from our analysts on pit road. Or maybe not. I don't think it's going to happen. Alright, never mind.
So Workman still leading. BKR trying to find any way to hunt him down in second. Once again, the 20 is on better tires than the 11 by a few laps. That could also be playing a little bit of a difference. Here's how far Big Jim's fallen back. He's definitely on 2 tires right now, and obviously he tried the strategy for whatever it was worth, and it's not going to pay off for him.
That's just crazy to think, though. So what? I mean, so about 35 laps, 50 there. That put them about what? Lap 85 or so.
Yeah, give or take, because they ran a few laps under yellow at the beginning, so he possibly went, you know, to around 10 to go even.
That's a. So I guess I can see why he did 2, to try to get that long run speed to stay with the car. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if he pitted with around 10 to go, that's not going to be enough time for the speed to get in. But I don't think it's going to work out for him in his favor at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just think the pace had fallen off so much that it was not worth it at that time.
That's what? He's at a tenth to 2/10 lap at the moment, just losing off of the leaders.
Even more. You see how far back he's fallen. He might even lose third to Dirty Boy here by the end of this race if the 10 keeps coming like he is. Oh, BKR smacked the wall 2 again.
He tends to do that, but I don't think he's going to be picking this time. So. He might be able to hold on to third from Dirty Boy.
Workman came up right in front of Tango, who was trying to let him go, and they nearly collided off
lap
4.
Lap cars!
That's the most nervous I've been for the driver of the 20 all race long.
Yeah, he's going to come up to 3 lap cars here. It just depends on how close he is to the end of this thing, if he's going to have to battle through them or not.
Yeah, he's hoping that,
wow, that 8 went really high up that track.
He's hoping that he gets the white flag soon, or the checkered flag soon. He's hoping that these two don't reckon from him.
They're trying to look
way
at
up the track. That's Penn's.
Way into the wall.
If I'm him, I just keep it in the wall. Okay.
Where's he gonna go this time around? He's gonna take the bottom
and let him go here as soon as possible. I know that's like a battle for position,
but it's into the wall.
It's a battle for position for those two, but you also need to know
when to calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, when's the time to battle and when's not. With the leader,
he's
with
got
the
a
checker
solid
flag in his sights.
He's got, I don't know, I'd say 10 car lengths or so in between them, so.
It's a decent lead. Is that Tango? Is he still saving or did he pit?
I don't know. We never know with Tango, for being honest. Oh!
That stuff's dumb, I'm sorry.
What? What happened?
I need to invest in Magic Shifter to win races.
Oh, did Tango win?
Yep.
Oh my god, we weren't even watching the lead.
We weren't, no. Tango.
We weren't even watching the lead. I didn't even know. Oh.
So Tango saved it.
Tango wins.
Tango wins.
Yeah, I didn't even know Tango was the leader.
So
we were.
Do you think that would be why Big Jim tried the 2-tire strategy?
Yeah.
Because he probably knew Tango was going to try it.
Yeah,
and
that would make a lot more sense now.
Yes. He wanted to try and make sure Tango couldn't do that.
Well, I guess we got to apologize to Tango now for not paying attention to him at all.
We're like, hey Tango, listen. I don't know if we ever focused on your car.
We did once, but it was after the first pit sequences. Whoa, that's... I don't think we've ever done that before, Joe, have we?
I don't think so.
That's Interesting. Who's the top three? Workman, or it was Tango, Workman.
And I would assume the 11.
APR.
Yeah.
APR.
All right, there it is. That was. All right then. Well,
We'll see if we can get Tango in here and have him describe it.
so what happened in those last stage there? We didn't watch you at all because we didn't know you were leading.
There he is.
Tango.
So Tango,
Yes.
I want you to tell us how your second half of the race went, because we never focused on you once because we did not know that you were.
Well, it's probably because I was lagging so much. But
Yeah, we'll say that.
yeah, I didn't know how much if I was going to be able to save. I think it was like 7 laps that had to be done. It was going to be really, really close on that. I actually sputtered coming to the line, and I was more amazed at the fact that my right rear didn't wear down, because usually when I go into saving, I'll make a wedge adjustment, tighten it up so that the right rear gets saved. I didn't make that adjustment, but my tires were still doing all right.
Well, there you go. Now you know for the future.
I was at like 54-45 on the right sides, which I was amazed by.
And I know for the future you don't have to run 25% Dover race. You can...
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we thought this entire time that Workman was in the lead, so we didn't even think about looking at you at all. But
Yeah, I had to win the only way that I could win because I was lagging so much. I was like, all right, we'll just do fuel strategy as the Tango way is.
How many laps of fuel did you have? You said you were sputtering coming to the line, right?
Yeah, I hit 0 midway between 3 and 4, but I know that Workman's been having a tough time wanting to get that big win, so for his guys, so definitely want to give a shout out to him.
There it is.
There you have it.
I don't think I have any more. You have anything you'd like to say? Anything special or anything? I know you're a photographer now, so that's pretty cool.
We don't talk about that on stream.
Yeah.
I thought I had told you guys about that before.
Nope.
You had told
me.
us, you hadn't told Bardo.
Not me.
Oh,
Alrighty
that's
then.
hilarious.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys.
All right, I don't think we have third place, so I guess we'll just roll to second.
Alrighty, you can take this one.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know how to start this because we thought he was leading the whole second half. But Workman, I would say definitely the best car out there. You'd pull away from the 11 on the longer run. Big Jim was maybe able to compete with you, but at the end, I think he took 2 instead of 4. So just take us through it once again. Another close one, but you have another one coming up here in just a few moments.
Yeah, I'm trying not to sound like a crybaby or anything, but I mean, it's like, come on, that's 2 races now that we've lost because we don't have a shifter that can help us save fuel. And I mean, thing is too, it's just some laggy car in the back who's been like in the back half of the field the entire race, ended up winning it just because they got a handicap and we don't. So I mean, if you're willing to invest the money in, okay, I guess. But I mean, it just sucks that the guys who were up front, who were actually the real winning cars, who should have won, didn't get a shot to win. It's just dumb.
I think we understand the frustration with that one, but I mean, if anything, you can take that frustration and use it as motivation for the next race here at Charlotte. You're gonna have in a little bit. So, any plans for that race or?
Well, I
anything?
can't buy. And Amazon doesn't offer a 5-minute shipping to get a shifter, so I'm just gonna have to try to beat all the handicaps again. So, which I think. Now that I think about it, I think that it's on the verge of making a fuel window or not in Charlotte. So, Tango Jim's probably going to win again, but you never know.
Alrighty then. Well, there it is from your second place. I don't think we have third in here, do we?
No, we have Alpha. I don't know anything about
Alpha,
Alpha's
you were
race,
a lap
so.
down the entire time. What happened?
So running fourth, I think, with like when we were like 12 laps in, my car was just turning left by itself after on the straightaway.
We noticed that.
So
Yeah, we see you.
I was like, that's not the glitch.
no, it's not. But the car just kept on turning left. I'm like turning right, and it's turning left still. And so
Was
I
the
had to
toe
stop
knocked
on
out?
the apron, unplug my wheel, put it back in, and then we're good to go. And had a really fast car.
Well, Trey, I guess we were
Um,
kind of right about his wheel coming off.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I took off the wheel. So it's great.
Maybe he didn't have it bolted on tight.
No, it's just I don't know the connection between the.
Did you
wheel
try
and the
grabbing the shaft of the wheel like Junior did once and steering it that way, or no?
I almost did. Yeah, I was close. I almost ripped the wheel off and then tried. Like who knows? But the car is fast. Could have had top 5 maybe if I wasn't lap down. And then I sped on pit road because I didn't care after that. So
There it
Where
is.
where did you finish? I knew nothing about that race, honestly.
last.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently we weren't even paying attention to the leader the entire time, so...
I was in the front, but I was the lap down in the front. So.
yeah, we saw you with like Big Jim. You both left pit road, and we were like, oh. I was like, oh, well, Alpha's on 4.
I tried playing strategy, like so when that half like way caution came out, I tried pitting right before the leaders got the caution, and then I was told that I cannot do that, and I cannot get my wave around after that. So my strategy did not work. So, it's great.
Any plans for Charlotte here in a little bit?
I know that I'm able to race now, so that's one good thing. And so let's see if I win. We'll see.
Alrighty, good enough.
It can't get any worse than this one, right?
I guess so. I have a setup for Dover now, so why not?
There it is.
Hey,
I believe third place came in.
we do have third place. Trey, you can take this one.
During the race, we thought you were battling for first and second, but it actually ended up you were battling for third place. You definitely looked like you had the best car to battle there with Workman in the 20. Tell us how your race went. All right, good talk.
Wait, who? Wait. What was happening? Wait, who were you talking to?
This is why I don't do good interviews.
Oh. wait.
Third place.
Okay. That's good.
This is just the type of race it's been.
Look, Dover. All right.
I was zoned out.
No, you know what? We'll blame it on me and Joe. We're not having a good race today.
One of our commentators lagged out.
We weren't focusing on the lead.
All right. Okay, you might have to say the question again.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Let me just shorten it up. Tell us about your race. It seemed like you had a fast car battling with Workman there.
Yeah, it got tighter on the first run, so Workman passed me, and then we got the usual scripted yellow, the midway thing, and it became fuel mileage. No one else tried to save because, let's be real, no one else probably could save.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough.
Dango decided to, do his signature saving with the shifter and won the race by only like a second or so. So, one more lap, it wouldn't have been him. But yeah, it's just I made an adjustment on the first pit stop, but I didn't get it all the way, so I lost a bunch of time. But then we got the second yellow, and the second pit stop, I messed with it more. I was really good on the short run, and then it just started down. I started making a lot of mistakes and lost a second to Workman. So I pitted early, tried to gain some time, and I gained a couple tenths at the end, but it wouldn't have been enough. At most, I probably would have gotten to half a second, if that. But it didn't come down to me and him or Big Jim. It just came down to fuel mileage in Tango. So.
Alrighty then, Joe.
No, I don't want to ruin anything else.
All right, cool. Well, congrats on third. Oh, good luck at Charlotte.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right, I think that's everything. I think we can end this stream and then go to Charlotte. And hopefully that stream's more normal.
Yeah, it probably won't be though. So that was the hell was this race car?
Almirola finished 5th in points.
Almirola finished 5th in points at the Dover Raceway track place 100 from the Elite Racer Series.
Presented by Double
brought
G
to you
Construction
by Double G Construction and Roofing. We'll see you in like 10 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know how long the intermission is for Charlotte, and we'll see how that goes. But